Hello, it is January 17, 2016. I'm standing right in the edge of the kitchen slash dining room slash loading dock. I got to sort this one out still, but I'll just walk right on past. I've got that foil there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. Because my little partner over there was seeing if there was a prize somewhere embedded in the wood, but I'll figure that one out later. But anyway, yeah, it's got the cool archway going. I've been pretty busy. I spent a lot of time in here, and a wood stove, my cool vintage fan that pushes some hot air all over this place. So does that really cool wicker ceiling fan too, but I don't know if anybody remembers these. Had these when living up on McGraw Street in Queen Anne. Those things were in storage in the attic for the last 14 years, and I don't think they'd been lit since the 70s. I took that cone off there of the what do they call that? My brain's plugged up, but the green and blue pseudo grapes. And anyway, I soaked that whole cone in a 5-gallon bucket of soap and water, and boy, I'll tell you what, that was a mud pit when I dumped it in the bathtub. But anyway, I got my flat screen working, and down here, I haven't hooked up my stereo receiver yet, but I got a VHS player, and I got a lot of old VHS tapes. They work pretty good, and a DVD player. And then the thing that, I don't know if you can see it, the lighting's not that great in here, but that little box right there is a signal converter. It'll pull the, what do they call it, analog signals out of the air. And then I bought an antenna, a roof antenna with a remote, and it motorized, it rotates. So I'm not really into watching TV, but I'm curious what I can pull out of the airwaves there. But this right here, this cabinet is a wind-up phonograph, and I've got the old type of records that it plays, and it does play, but I'm just using it for a table now. Same thing with this here. I bought this down on Dearborn Street. The Goodwill, they wanted $50 for it, but it has a left to right channel, doesn't work. It's a vacuum tube. I believe it's a Motorola, but the reason I got it is, well, it's got a 15-inch woofer in the middle, and I even with one channel, the thing rocks. But right inside the left cabinet there is where the AM/FM stereo receiver is, and it's got two big round dials. It's really cool. Maybe I'll fix it someday, but anyway, I won't get too detail oriented. I'll just show you the room more. But I scrubbed these walls from top to bottom with bleach and water, and anyway, so yeah, let me get back here again. I might need some better lighting too while I'm at it. Let me turn this guy on. Okay, but the roofing material, I don't know if you can get a gist of this. That stack on the right, those are my 19-footers, and I think I've got 13s and 12 5s, and then those other bunches, that's all calculated out for the design of the roof I'm going to put on the building out back. But then of course I have to have these heavy boxes of stuff just because I've got it propped up against there. And let's see, I'm pretty proud of that desk work. That took about 9 evenings in a row to get that going. But that thing's set up. I got my filing cabinet, and then just to the left is a Dell computer with XP Pro on it that works. I got that off the side of the road in West Seattle, and it was jam-packed full of dust bunnies. I mean, fist-sized dust bunnies. There was hardly any air gap space left in it. That little tower thing right there is a space heater from the 40s, I believe. That fan's super old. But yeah, and my wind-up clock here, pendulum clock, that thing just has a single chime at the top and bottom of the hour, and every time you hear that thing bong, I can look at all my digital clocks, and it's right on the money. It's really sweet. And this torche lamp, if that's how you say it, let me get back and show you the base of this thing. This thing's probably from the 40s, possibly the 30s, but it's got the three-way big base bulb in it. This picture right here, I think that's an artist rendering of Pioneer Square a few years back. It was probably accurate. Let me get close. There's what did they call that? That was the bank building, as we used to call it, the 50-story building. But that other one right there, that's probably one of the original buildings of downtown. I don't remember ever seeing that thing. But anyway, this picture right here must be at like 120 years old. That frame is really neat, and it's I'm gonna have to repair that bottom corner where you can see the darkness is missing. I'm just gonna use Bondo and finish it out, and then I'm just gonna saturate it with polyurethane paint. But the old dude in there, I'm gonna donate him to somebody that wants him. The reason he's on his side is I plan to find if I can find an old City Hall record picture of this house right here from decades ago. I'd kind of like to get one, whatever you call it, upsized to fit in there. And then let me see if I can turn this guy on. This thing's a kick. Let's see, where's that switch? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, I'll straighten that out later. There we go. But this thing right here with the wiring in the house the way it is, when I've got my AM radio on over there, if I stick my finger on it, it alters the sound of the radio between stations. I didn't really like the commentary that was coming out of that, so I'm joking, but there was some. Anyway, I upgraded my kitty's window box. I made it out of wood this time, and then somebody might recognize this ramp right here that's got the carpet on it. I hung on to that for a while. And anyway, he hasn't been up in there yet. You know, he's afraid of change. Tried to get him to have a beer to get his courage up to get in there, but it didn't work. And then this lamp over here in the corner, it's a really neat lamp, and but it didn't come with the lit up base like this one over here. That's a three-way. It'll either be like that. Second position is the bottom little light, and then the top main bulb, and then the third position is just the top without the bottom. Pretty neat. And I have a parts lamp that has the inner sleeve, and I'm gonna do the same thing with this. I'm gonna make that operate just like the one I showed you. But speaking of the ammonia supply factory, here it is right here. My mom just sent her grandson Tiger this little pad right here. I'll let her tell you about how that thing works, but I combined it with his other bed just so it'd kind of wrap around him a little bit more. There he is. Hey, want to say hi? Want to say hi, Kitty? Come on. Hey. Say hi. Not interested. Okay, well, this was a lot of work getting this thing opened up, I'll tell you. But I have to show off my other major process, which was last night. It wasn't that major. It took me about an hour, and I just got done loading up the metal pieces, and all the plastic pieces are jammed in my garbage can. But that moose of a elliptical exerciser was hogging up this whole floor space. But I just got this out of here last night, and certainly is nice. I cleaned my floor, and I have to get this junk off the counter. I haven't put it away yet. I haven't. If you can see, I've got some massive storage in here, all the way under there, all the way up there. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I showed anybody this, but I made this little visor here out of wood. I'm going to smooth it, and it's going to be, and I'm going to fill the seams and use a little body filler. It'll all be smooth. It'll look like one piece with the rest of the cabinet. This was open here, and I put that shelf there, so I got my medium-sized toaster oven in there. But what I did was I just kind of like they're just the real basic ones, the ceramic fixtures, and I'm gonna make a cover for the wiring, tighten that up, and eventually these will be loops, so you just reach in there and push down on it. But I've got one there, which is right in the center of the pass-through. And these are standard size base bulbs. I think I put a 40 watt over here, but it's just kind of nice. You don't have to have the overhead light on just to do this. And oh, what else? I think I'll spare you the details, but that's about it. And yeah, this is a real windy valley right here. I'm telling you. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's my, way in the back there's my 58 convertible basket case. Okay, I think I'll leave you alone at this point. Whoa, 11 minutes. I think I'll stop it right at 11:11. All right, thanks for watching. Over and out.